because my birthday is December 23rd. And so Mama always wanted to shine a light on that because people would always try to do two gifts in one. And we wasn't having that in our house. So, and then, so the way I started fixing that was, if you had a birthday in July, I gave you a gift, and you didn't give, you don't get one in Christmas. Then, if you wanted to do me like that, give me one. So what we would do, we would have a cook-in at home though, like before, by it being 2 days before Christmas, 1 day before Christmas Eve, we didn't want all that kind of food. So we would have wings and nachos, you know, the food that's bad for you. We would have that. And then when I was little, my dad's sister always made a homemade coconut cake. So the closest we could get to that was Justin's wife. And so Siobhan would do that for me. And then we would, if it was a sports event, because one year it fell on my favorite team, and y'all know who that is. And so we went to American Airlines to see my Mavericks. If not, we still watch or go to a sport event. And then we play games, and we just started the whole day. But then we have a contest. We have a quartet singing contest. Sometimes we do it with the lady relatives, and sometimes we do it with the kids against us, you know. And Mr. think he gonna win every time, but we fools him, and we always make it be like one of the kids really won singing the quartet songs to the Deacon Davis. And so but then we always have old time devotion and family prayer. We would do that every day anyway with the kids growing up, but then we made sure it was a special time because, like Sister Wilson say, every day is a day of Thanksgiving. And so I was thankful to have another year of life and, you know, and everything. So that was kind of what we did. So, and so the question says, thank everybody. What would happen if you could not retain one or more of these three elements? Well, what would happen with me, I think it would just kind of it would seem strange. It would seem strange. But being an educator and a funeral professional, a mortuary master, I know that things are going to change because you're going to look around. That's why we do the grief counseling. That's why we call it the empty chair at Tree of Life, because that chair is empty. So what would change, it would be I think it would be sadness, you know, if you couldn't do these three things, you know, because you're going to miss somebody, you know. And then say, what's one thread that runs through all the celebrations listed by your group members? The one thread that I found out that ran through everything we talked about, everybody was thankful. It was Thanksgiving, and it was prayer. Everybody said that. And so that's our little warm-up, y'all. Let's give ourselves a hand. Okay. I thought that was something, you know, and to do, and because what we're going to do, we're going to look at a Passover celebration that's leading up to the lesson that took place under King Josiah, and think about how to apply lessons from it to life today. Everything we do, we need to try to learn how to apply it to life today. And so I keep up with the time. I look at my phone every now and then, keep up with the time. So 2 Chronicles, the 35th chapter, if you go ahead and turn to that in your commentary pathway or your Bible or your phone or your iPad, whatever you got. 2 Chronicles 35, 1 through 6. We don't have a lot of verses, but it shows a whole lot to say. It's a lot to say today. It's a lot. It's a lot. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give an overview. When I do an overview, that means I'm going to try to cover chapter 34, like Pastor always say, leading up to that, okay? I don't mean to offend anybody. I'm not pointing anybody out, but as I was studying, and Ken was on, he said, ooh, you sure take a long time studying this lesson. This was a hard lesson and a lot of detail. So we're talking about the last good king, Josiah. About 37 years after his reign, the southern region is going to fall into the hands of the Babylonians. You know, they was, ugh. This young man was outstanding and very upstanding. He became king of the southern region at 8 years old. However, he didn't take the helm and become the sovereign ruler until when he was about 16. Okay, kind of showing that. And I know one of my sons, Pastor West, licensed Justin, and he was 8 years old. Remember that? Little Justin, Big Justin, Big Justin, yeah. And I think my other son was 14. Okay, he was a praying king. he demonstrated as a leader what it should look like when you're serving and worshiping God. You got to be a praying leader. All of us in here have some type of leadership position somewhere, even if it's just running your house. You still got to be a praying person. So when you set aside all the idols, when you set aside all the things that does not allow our God to be primary, you're messing up. So in the book of Deuteronomy, it was discovered, or it was rediscovered, found in the temple by Hilkiah. Now, Hilkiah was the high priest at that time, okay? I guess I'm pronouncing it right.